What is going on, guys? Pdaaaawg here, and welcome to episode 12B of Pdaaaawg. And like I said before, it is going to be about Street Fighter Cross Tekken now that I have my hands on it, and my day one or weekend one thoughts about it. It obviously isn't really exactly day one because I'm recording this like 2 days. It is now Sunday. I picked the game up on Friday, so I've had a couple of days to mess around with it. And I have a few thoughts. I might as well just get stuck right in. I have a few thoughts about it. Like, some are pretty good. One major one, which I'm pretty sure all my friends know about by now because they keep on ranting about it. But anyway, let's just get started. Right from the get-go, whenever I first picked up the game, I noticed that the combos in this game are a lot more different than what I thought they would be. I thought it was going to be like Marvel, where let's just mash as many as we can. But most combos from like Street Fighter 4 still work. For example, like like Ryu and stuff can still do like crouching strong, crouching fierce into like Tatsu into DP. Like, those combos still work, but they're much weirder to time. I would say that they're easier, but like they're a lot harder to get used to. As in like the timing is a lot more different. Like, you have to literally wait until the entire move is done before you do the next one. Even though in Street Fighter 4 that was like the same case, but you had a bit like less time to do it. So like, I'm always trying to do it like in the strictest time you can, and on more times than not I miss it. But I have been like trying it out. So it's a pretty interesting combo system. The fact that you can like join links with with, what do you call it, like target combo type of things, like chains, I think you would call them. For example, one combo I remember a friend of mine doing was with Ryu. He did a crouching jab and then crouching strong to hit confirm. Once he hit confirmed it, he went into standing strong, standing roundhouse, launcher, brought in his next counter and did some massive combo. So moves like that there I think are really good for this year game, and it brings a lot of originality and stuff, and it really does like make all the combos very unique, and like, you can get a lot of like cool fancy stuff, but not that much damage too, because damage scaling is quite a big factor in this game. Like, juggling is a lot different than like Street Fighter 4 as well. I'm just gonna keep on making that comparison because obviously that's like the nearest game to this. Because like, if you were to do a move like an anti-air, you could like combo afterwards as well, like, completely like hit a full combo. For example, if you were to like do a DP with like a light punch DP, you could like juggle afterwards, like maybe do like if you're Ken, you could maybe do like if somebody jumps in, you could just do light punch DP, and then while they're coming down, standing heavy punch like EX DP, and it'll all combo. So stuff like that is really interesting, and it really does provide a lot of more combo ability, and you can really take more advantage from like moves you can get. Like, if you hit one hit confirm, you're almost guaranteed to go into a crazy combo. I guess the reason why they did put in damage scaling was because they didn't want it to be like Marvel, where it was like true damage scaling was still a factor, but I mean, for the most part, if you got hit like once, then you would be like dead immediately. So stuff like that there, it was a smart move by them, but a lot of people don't really like it. I don't really have a problem with it, to be completely honest, but other people do, and I respect that, if you will. But I think another point with the game is that the Tekken characters are like, they play quite differently to what you would expect them to. They are trying, like, they do kind of work a bit well with the gaming, like with the gaming, what would you call it, like the new gaming system, like the new game system that is in this game, where like like they have stuff to contemplate what the Street Fighter characters have, because obviously they've got like fireballs and all kinds of stuff together. They've got their own versions of like those their type of moves. So I think that really does bring some originality into it. In terms of the roster, like I was saying before in my previous This is the DAWG, some of the characters that I thought were a bit confusing remain confusing. For example, Dalsum, I still don't see why he's in the game. Same with like Borog or Vega, because they're kind of like oddball characters to throw in there. One character I will apologize for is Zangief, because I do think Zangief is pretty good in this game. Because since I did say in the last one this is a rushdown type of game, I still think it is quite a rushdown type of game. Even though like most of the time you'll end up with like a time over victory, unfortunately. But I mean, Zangief is a really good character in this game, because you can hit the usual stuff, like what you could with Street Fighter 4, like jab, 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 like jab, 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 short, and then EX palm. But then once you or EX green hand, but then once you do EX green hand, you get a combo afterwards. You could like go into another like target combo, like, or chain after that. So like, some stuff I got there I think is like really cool that they put in the game. Stuff together I do find is pretty good. A lot of the game, like, I think in terms of sorry, I was trying to get ahead of myself there, but I think in terms of the roster again, like, some of the characters work just like their Street Fighter 4 counterparts, like Ryu and Ken. They're still like fundamentally good. And then characters like Chun-Li and stuff is a very different character in this game than she is in like Street Fighter 4. She kind of plays a bit like she was in like Third Strike, to be honest, or any other Street Fighter 3 game. So yeah, Tekken characters I haven't really got the time to check out some of them. I have obviously been focusing on Yoshimitsu for the most part, who is very interesting in the game. I might make a special video about him if I actually do want to continue dedicating my time into this game, but I'll explain why in a wee second. But other characters I've tried in terms of the Tekken roster, I've tried a bit of Jin, tried a bit of Kuma, if you can believe it. I've tried like, very little, but I've tried a bit of Ogre as well. But some of those characters are really weird, and they take some time for me to get used to. But still, it's good to have a bit of random and weird stuff in the game. Game modes, there's a lot of them. You've got the arcade mode, and then you've got the versus mode, and you've got like customization where you can actually customize, gems and stuff. But you can also customize like colors for your characters. I think that's a pretty interesting thing to put in there, but at the same time, is it really needed? I mean, and the fact is that the colors aren't even that like crazy. Like you only get a maximum of 4 options for now for colors, and I think that's a bit cheap. Like you could have at least had like a palette, so then I could have like blue skinned Ryu with like red hair or something like that, or even just regular skinned Ryu with red hair, like like a Street Fighter 1 counterpart. So I think that they could have done a bit of a better job for the customization for the characters. But at the same time, they're probably going to release it for DLC or something. You never know. Get some more money out of it. I didn't get my exclusive gems because I think I explained this in my day one thoughts video, or my literal like day one gameplay thoughts video. I think I explained that, but I didn't get my exclusive gems, so I can't really talk about them. Gems themselves, I haven't really been focusing on them, to be honest. I haven't really been putting my attention on them, to be honest. So I don't really have anything to say about that. Pandora seems like a pretty useless mode now. I originally was pretty excited for it, but now I'm kind of like, it's not actually that good because you only get like 10 seconds. I thought you'd get at least like 20, perhaps, so that you could really cause damage. Like X Factor lasted for longer than Pandora, which I think is pretty stupid. And the fact that Pandora kills you once you're done with it, I think is really stupid. Like I don't think that's stupid, but I think the fact that you have only like 10 seconds to kill your opponent before you die with Pandora is pretty stupid. Stupid, yeah. What other game modes are there? You got the versus. I think in terms of online, definitely online is like a really good. Like the game modes that they have in online, I think is really good. You got the ranked matches with Joni organized by BP, which I'm pretty happy about. Like so, then you get a general standpoint for how good the person is. Somebody's already hit 10,000 BP in America, which I think is pretty funny. So props to him. He's actually really good as well. Relento is a really good character. Just just throwing that out there, and that's who like the top 5 people use as well. You also have like online training mode, which I think is pretty good. Like I think is amazing actually. Let me reword that because I think a lot of people have been asking for. I think it's like an online training mode. I haven't really tried it out, but some of my friends have been trying it out, so I've been like hearing from them anyway. Also you have the fact that you can do the 2-on-2 versus 2-on-2 online, but you can't do it on Xbox. You can't do it locally, which I think is pretty stupid. But at the same time, nobody in my area plays it, so I'm not really that worried for it. You still have like endless stuff. They don't have tournament mode, but I'm guessing they're going to release that at some point, or like team battles. I don't think you can do in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. You still have the replay options and the following options and the leaderboard options, so nothing really has changed there. So I think overall, like the options that you have in the game are pretty good. You still have the training mode. You have a funny tutorial with Dan Hibiki, which I think is pretty funny. Mission modes in the game as well, and trials are obviously in the game, which I've already beaten Yoshimitsu's trials, and one of my friends has already done all of the trials. So I think it's pretty insane. But still, yeah, I mean the trials aren't even that hard either, but I just haven't really been dedicating that much time into the game to be doing all the trials. Now, some of the problems I have with the game, unfortunately, I think that I think I'll start with the smaller problems, and I might get on to my biggest problem, which I know is very very singular of me, because I don't think that many people have the problem that I have. It's really annoying me, and I think a lot of people will be sick and tired of me nagging on about it. But I'm going to nag on about it in this video, don't you worry. The main the smaller problems online is okay. It's kind of buggy to begin with, and then sound keeps them getting cut off. But they're probably going to patch that, so I'm perfectly fine with that, to be honest. So. As long as I fix the sound thing, but with just the performance quality, I don't really mind, to be honest. So I probably wouldn't even be playing that much ranked or anything on the game anyway. I don't intend on getting pro at it or anything. Not like I wasn't not like I was trying to do in Street Fighter 4 anyway, where I was trying to be really good at the game, which hopefully I succeeded in. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm one to say. I think that the DLC characters, the 5 that are on the disc, I don't really mind for that there. Once again, I'm not sure if I'll even get them, to be honest. Like some like not many of the characters really, really I'm very happy about. Like Elena is pretty interesting. Same with Dudley. Sakura I think it'd be pretty interesting. Blanca I care nothing for. I don't really remember what the other guys are, and I don't even know any of the Tekken characters. But yeah, Cody and Guy, they're pretty good, I think. But still, I'm not sure if I'll put my money into it. I'll need to consider it. But I definitely won't be like putting in gems or colors or anything. Those are pretty stupid. Even though I do have like every single costume in Street Fighter 4, but never mind. I got a special deal, let's put it that way. And I think probably in terms of other problems, yeah, like I said, the comboing is very weird to get used to begin with. But I mean, I think the combos would be easier for me if it wasn't for this problem, and this is the main problem that I have with this game. On the at least in the Xbox Live and analog stick, there is a problem with this game, and it's been proven and tested. Okay, that the analog stick for Xbox 360 pads does not like recognize very well diagonal inputs. Now what I mean by that is if you're trying to do like a diagonal jump, like if you're trying to jump in on somebody, chances are you're probably going to get a neutral jump, which is I think is really stupid. And like the simple fact that you can't even do any basic moves like jumping or blocking is the even worse one. Whenever in this game you have like the high moves, the mid moves, which pretty much the overheads, and then you have like the lower moves. If you can't block low like effectively and convincingly, then I mean, what is the point of even trying to play the game? I mean, like, it's literally like restricting you, like saying, oh well, you're gonna play this game, but unfortunately, like because of what you're using, your buttons might not work sometimes. So it's like if you're trying to hit a combo and like your button just doesn't work, and it's like, oh well, we can't do anything about it. So stuff like that. It's really stupid. It's really stupid of it. Like blocking is really bad. So people get like free combos on me whenever I was blocking. And like games like Marvel vs. Capcom or Street Fighter 4, they didn't have those problems. They did, like not even like Street Fighter 3, and those are like the harshest inputs in the with like some of the harshest like inputs in a Street Fighter game, and even that doesn't even have that many problems with it. Like I mean, why the heck does this game have problems with like an analog stick directional input when the rest of them didn't? I don't get it. But one other problem that arose from this here is the fact that special moves sometimes might not come out. For example, circular moves might not come out. So if I'm trying to do like a combo that involves a circular move, chances are it won't come out. I'll just get nothing. So I mean, it is pretty disheartening the fact that I would be playing the game and I'm already at a disadvantage from the majority of my friends that use joysticks. Joysticks and stuff, they're perfectly fine. But whenever you use an analog stick, then oh no, you can't do it. So I'm automatically at a disadvantage, and it's really annoying whenever like all your friends are leveling up around you, and here's you sitting on this here level where you cannot get any further because as much as people have been saying, oh, just get used to it. Well, you can't really exactly get used to something that doesn't work to begin with. Like you can't just say, oh, get used to your buttons not working. Like what? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like you can't just get used to something that can't work. And sorry for kind of like ranting here, but I do think it's a really stupid flipping problem. I'm not sure if they even can patch it. They better flipping patch it if they can, because it is a problem that even though not many people will have it, but the people who do have it, I think is a pretty huge problem. The fact that they were at like a massive disadvantage from like everyone else, I think is really stupid. So it really is disheartening for me to like see a game that has so much potential. But like I'm not saying the game is bad, but I'm just saying that the fact that I can't that me just because of what I'm playing with I can't do as well as other people, like it's so stupid, and it's almost like they're forcing me to buy a joystick or something, which I probably won't do. So like I don't want to fork out £150 for one game. Like I mean, if the other games work fine, then why shouldn't this one work fine? Like I don't get it. It's really stupid. But that's my major gripe with the game. Like I said, I'm gonna be making one later on, whenever like 6 months later, around Evo time, about how the general feedback around it is. Speaking of which, I might as well talk about the general feedback. That's my rant over, by the way. General feedback from what I've assumed is people do like the game, and that's people with joysticks, that is. People with joysticks really like the game, and they're saying, oh, it's a nice breath of fresh air from vanilla Street Fighter 4, let's just say. But some people were saying that it doesn't really light a spark from what Street Fighter 4 did, and I guess I could kind of agree with that, but I think I'm being biased because, I mean, to be honest with you, Street Fighter 4 is the very first fighting game I picked up, so obviously it has a place in my heart, despite the fact a lot of people don't like it. or at least, you know, in comparison to other Street Fighter games. You know, Street Fighter 2, a lot of people jumped into. Obviously, I wasn't. I was too young to fucking jump into those type of games. So Street Fighter 4 had a place in my heart. So I still do think that that is still my preferred fighting game for now, anyway. Unless something in Street Fighter Cross Tekken makes me change my mind, or they flipping fix a stupid patch. Yeah, so, and then people are saying they just hate the game because, you know, I don't know, for no reason, because of trolls, perhaps. But I wonder if that's going to change as the days go on, as Relento gets more broken, and as characters like Dawson start getting used a bit more, hopefully. Because it would be pretty cool to see characters like that are getting really, like, shown, and, you know, and people get to see just how capable those characters are. But anyway, those are my weekend one thoughts. Feel free to flame me for all you want. About my little mini rant there about the analog sticks, but it is a problem. If they patch it, I will definitely forgive them, and I'll actually start trying to be good at the game. But for now, I'll forever be at a disadvantage from everyone else in the entire world that doesn't use an analog stick. And I think the analog stick people should unite and try to make Capcom patch this. So anyway, here's hoping, or it'll be interesting to see how Street Fighter Cross Tekken will expand over the next couple of months. Expect to see the next one around about August time. So anyway, this has been Pdaaaawg with weekend number 1 thoughts on Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I didn't rant too much, and I hope I didn't hurt any of your feelings so that you could flame me and hate me and hunt me down and kill me. So anyway, I'm Pdaaaawg, and I will see you later.